No, I mean you gave a very very clear explanation. I love it. And in terms of for the audience to know how like reference points, right? And the track record that you've created, you want to talk a bit about previous clients who you've helped serve, and kind of how they leverage their books and what happened with them.
Yeah. So I, it's hard to promise 100%, but I have a 100% record of having best-selling authors, right? And so there's
Mm.
certain tricks of doing that. And but first and foremost, one of the things is to have just nail down your message, present it in a way that the reader feels a transformation. So the way my IP spells out the table of contents, it's almost like a course. So it goes from meet the reader where they are, begin at the beginning, lead them through that hero's journey again, so they feel that learning, that transformation, everything else. And then when they get to the end of the book, they want more information because they're really satisfied. They feel gratification, and that's where you can invite them to next steps, like check out my website, go to my podcast, download, join my course, have me come speak at your event. So there's always a call to action at the end of the book. So it's not salesy. By that point, they know, like, and trust you because they've gone through the whole book. So the typical person I speak with are just like C-level executives, successful founders, successful professionals in the area of discipline, but they wonder, would anyone want to listen to my message? And I find it really interesting because so this is an exercise I do with them, and anyone listening here could do the same thing. Do you want to validate your message? You could do it from the comfort of your own home, from your chair. Think about the hundreds of times you've had these conversations where someone's come to you for advice and they've said, Philip, you know, can you like, what would you do right now financially if you were me, blah, blah, blah. And you just give them your insights, and it comes naturally because you're an inspired professional, and you can tell them within 5 minutes the things they should do. And the cool thing about that is that they walk away satisfied. It's like, oh my God, this guy who has all this experience, boil it down from, his years experience for me in 5 minutes. How cool is that? And better, more important still, Philip, is that you feel satisfied because you were able to lift that person up, which is good. And so that's one of the exercises I do so people can validate their message, validate that their message is important. But then the next thing I tell them is that they could publish a book without writing a word. They don't have to type a single word. They don't have to sit at a keyboard because with my system that you speak your book into existence, you don't
Hmm.
type a single word. You're not sitting at the keyboard. It's really just an interview with me, but it's not ghostwriting because a typical ghostwriter, Phil, is going to come to you and speak with you for like 15 minutes, then go write your book in his words, right?